Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to my video. This video is meant to fill my mid-test of English for specific purposes. That taught by Mr. Adisma, SPD MPD. In our meeting before, there are several materials that have been shared. But before I explain about that, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Lisawati. I am one of students of West Sulawesi University. In these semesters, I have 5 semesters, and my class is English Educational Department C 2018. First of all, I would like to explain about what is ESP. ESP, or English for Specific Purposes, is a new approach in the teaching and use of English for specific fields and studies in accordance with the needs of the field of science and the professions of English users. ESP is generally used in the teaching of foreign language for certain uses in certain fields of science and profession. ESP is a pure of teaching English language, including business English, technical English, scientific English, uh, English for medical, professional English for readers, English for tourism, English for art purposes, and etc. Um, the first material is about the origin of ESP. ESP standards for English for specific purposes, which literally means English for a more specific purpose, in which the purpose of ESP is an approach to language teaching that aims to meet the needs of learners. The origin of ESP as human activities develop. ESP is not only shown as a planned change, but as a growing phenomenon in outside of centering. There are three main reasons common to the emergence of ESP. The first is the demand of a brave new word. Secondly, revolutions in linguistics, and the last, focus on the learner. The next material is about the development of ESP. From its early beginning in the 1960s, ESP has undergone three main phases of development. It is now in a fourth phase, with a fifth phase starting to emerge. The first is the concept of spatial language, register analysis. And the second, beyond the sentence, rhetorical or discourse analysis. The third, target situation analysis. The fourth, skills and strategies. And the last, a learning-centered approach. We move to the next material about course design. Course design is a process and methodology for creating a quality learning environment and experience for students. The focus of the course design is to bring together optimal learning experience for students in an environment that supports their values and intellectual development. We can identify 6 main stages of development. The first is classical or traditional grammar. The secondly, structural linguistics. The third, transformational generative or TG grammar. And the fourth, language variation and register analysis. The fifth, functional or national grammar. And the last, discourse or rhetorical analysis. And the next material about theories of learning. There are several theories used in language learning. The first is behaviorism, learning as habit information, and the secondly, mentalism, thinking as rule governed activity, and the third, cognitive code, learners as thinking beings. The fourth, the affective factors, learners as emotional beings. The fifth, learning and acquisition. And the last, a model a model for learning. And the next material about need analysis. Need analysis is a family of procedures for gathering information about learners and about communication tasks. The concept of needs in ESP can be understood in relation to the first goal-oriented or target needs is communication in the target situation. The second process-oriented needs or learning needs. It means what the learners needs to do in order to learn. There are three approaches to need analysis, such as the first, target situation analysis, learning situation analysis, and the last, present situation analysis. And the last material about approaches to course design. Approaches to course design is the process by which the raw data about a learning needs is interpreted in order to produce an integrated series of teaching learning experiences whose ultimate aim is to lead the learners to a particular state of knowledge. There are probably many different approaches to ESP course design, as three as three as there are course designers. However, we can identify three main types of course design. The first, language-centered course design, skill-centered course design, and the last, a learning-centered approach. Okay, thank you for watching my video, and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.